Good evening. Welcome to, I'm just going to say it, my last concert in the Warren County School District. Yeah, it's a little emotional to be up here for the last time. Oh, I didn't think it would be this bad, but it's so fast. Okay, so to get us started, I just want to say I programmed the whole concert with songs that I like. They gave me their input, but I definitely pushed them in a certain direction. So our first one is called What's Up at the Symphony, and it uses all of the classical tunes that you watched on Bugs Bunny. That was my first chance to listen to classical music, was Saturday morning cartoons with my bowl of cereal and Bugs Bunny. So you're gonna hear such wonderful tunes as, I gotta read them because they're great. William Tell Overture, The Barber of Seville, The Merry-Go-Round Broke Down, Liszt's Hungarian Rhapsody, Brahms' Hungarian Dance, The Ride of the Valkyries, and Merrily We Roll Along. And we're starting out with This Is It. So this is the Warren Area High School Orchestra, What's Up at the Symphony. Our next piece, Song Without Words, is has a very sordid past that I'm not really going to get into. It's just a beautiful piece of music, and I was drawn to this, and it took a very long time to figure out why I was drawn to this, and I conducted this Song Without Words, I conducted this as my conducting final when I was in college. So I think that's why I liked it so much, and every time we would pull it out to play, I'd hear Andrew on cello and say, "Song without words." What's your quote? Like every other song we play. So, Song Without Words by... Next is Amadeus, but it's really the theme from Symphony No. 5 by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. What a wonderful world. That's all I'm going to say. I knew you'd like that one. To round out this part of the concert, we're going to do a couple songs by ABBA from the movie Mamma Mia, including Mamma Mia, SOS, and Dancing Queen. school jazz band, and this is not a class. We don't meet as a class, we meet as a club after school. And I don't even have to bribe them to be there. Soloists on that one. On alto sax, Mason Moore. On tenor sax, Mahan Ray Potter. And on trumpet, Aiden Anthony. Okay, I have to brag a little. He's not my child, but I'm still very, very proud of him. Aiden Anthony designed all of these lights that you see. He took the time to design lighting for every piece of music that we are playing tonight. So Aiden Anthony did all the lighting. Next is a couple of Beatles tunes, and like I said, it didn't make sense, but I still did it anyway because I like them. We're going to do Hey Jude, and it will feature an alto sax soloist, Kenzie Kopesi. Next is Lady Madonna, and this will feature Colin Ellis on trumpet. That also featured our percussionist, our drummer, Lincoln Olson. Okay, to round out this part of the concert, we have just a jazz piece called Vertigo. We pulled it out one day, and just like real vertigo, it spins around and around and around. And it will feature Robert Malchuk on bass, and Colin Ellis, again, on trumpet. So, been doing this a really long time, and I have to say, in a lot of the groups that I've worked with, they don't gel. You know, sometimes, they play notes, they don't play music. Does that make sense? Do you understand what I mean? Kind of. Okay. Audience participation, we like that. Anyway, this group just gels together, and they've been like that since the first time they picked, we got together and played together and stuff. But this next one is a very sweet one for Someone to Watch Over Me by George Gershwin, and this is going to feature Bianca Villela on alto sax. Celebration, because tonight's a celebration. Celebration Tribalesque, and it features a whole lot of really intricate time signatures, and it just all works. You'll see it all come together. Celebration Tribalesque. December of 2021, we lost one. And it was probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to deal with in my career. So we're going to pay tribute to him tonight, and we're going to do this piece called Not Alone, because I want them all to know they're not alone. This piece was written as like a tone poem of what a mental health breakdown would feel like and how a person might feel alone. And I think with the help of Aiden Anthony, we're able to replicate that for you. So this is Not Alone, and we dedicate this to Ryan Egger. is The Great Locomotive Chase of 1862. And it does. Sounds like a great locomotive chase by Robert W. Smith. Send the seniors off, I like to talk a little bit about them. So I have a couple string players that are going to come back up. Shaylin Barbera. Where is she? Come on out. Shaylin's future plans include going to West Virginia University for chemistry and eventually do something in medical research. And she's played violin for 6, 7. They all run together. So, there you go. Don't throw it. Maxwell Bratz. Okay, so Max started out playing percussion at Beatty, 6th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade. You were in 5th grade once. Yeah. Okay, all right. Way to confuse an old person. Okay, so Max started playing tuba last year as a percussionist to move into tuba. That's not an easy thing to do. So he took that on as a challenge. And I believe that your future plan is you're going to take a gap year. He's going to take a gap year and work on a few things. And then he would like to eventually attend St. Bonaventure to major in documentary filmmaking and video journalism. Max was our old flower guy, but he's graduating, so we had to make a new one. Samantha Caudill. And what, 6th grade? Yeah. 6th grade. She started with me. You started in 5th grade? 4th grade? 4th grade. She started in 4th grade. So she's been playing flute for a very long time. So much talent. She's come so far and just they're graduating. It's so weird. Samantha has enlisted in the Air Force. She has not found out her MOS yet, which is military ease for JOB. But she's hoping to get something medical. Malachi Deskins. He's played since 3rd grade, but with me it was what, 5th or 6th, we're not sure. Everything's a bit fuzzy. So Malachi he's kind of undecided. He might be entering the military or joining the workforce. He hasn't decided yet, but. Colin Ellis. I have known Colin since he was born, I think. Yeah, we've been around your family for as long as you've been living, longer than that. And his future plan is to attend Slippery Rock University and major in sport management. And he's hoping to find an opportunity to keep playing his trumpet, which I think is a great idea. Ben Scott. Okay, Ben, how long? 4th grade. 4th grade, and he started out as a saxophone think was influenced to play the trombone by someone. Yeah, because Camden left, so he was very easily influenced, right? Yes, yes. Ben will be attending the University of Maine to major in engineering. Bianca Villela. Fourth grade. And the thing I love about Bianca is you never have to wonder what she's thinking, because she is going to tell you. And she's always, I mean, for as long as I've known her, she's been like that. And she talks really fast, really fast. So her future plan is to attend West Virginia University and major in forensic biology to eventually become a medical examiner. Madeline Walker. Maddie has been, how long have you played violin? Since 5th grade. And she took a year off and started with us in 10th grade? 10th grade. Okay, so she is going to Cornell University and majoring in engineering.
Now my turn. We have one more important person graduating off the stage tonight, Mrs. White. It was a shocker when you said you were retiring, and I think I speak on behalf of the entire band when I say we're gonna miss you, and the stage isn't gonna be the same without you. So, got you some flowers. I'm gonna go ahead and pass it off to Mr. Vincent.
Good evening, everybody. From all of us here at Warren Area High School, thank you for coming out and celebrating tonight with us, the amazing talent of all of our students. I don't know if any of you have heard or not, or if she's mentioned it, but this is Mrs. White's final concert. So there's going to be a little bit of a parade here. This one's a little bittersweet for me personally. I had both Marcia and Jeff as teachers growing up, so it's hard for me to believe that we're at this point. But both of them, the hole they will leave here and the legacy they leave will be deep and it will be lasting. Marcia, Mrs. White, sorry, it took me a really long time not to call her Mrs. White. She has been a teacher, she's been a marching band director, she's been our concert director, she's played in our orchestra for all county musicals, she's been a mentor, she's a department head, she's been a curriculum coordinator, and she's been a friend to so many. From nurturing the talent of our students, celebrating with all of us and entertaining us multiple times a year, and inspiring her colleagues in administration with her dedication to her profession and for her love of her family, we will all miss her. I know I personally will miss hearing the sound of music coming from the F hallway, the sound of the trumpet playing the national anthem at our basketball games, and every year at graduation, hearing one last time, dragons fly on the winds of time, right? All right, I got it. So from all of us and from the administration here at Warren Area High School, in recognition of 30 plus years of teaching, mentoring, leading the band and orchestra, and instilling the love of music to students and staff, tomorrow, May 16th, 2025, at Warren Area High School will officially be recognized as Marcia White Day.
So I was told not to say anything, but I'm going to anyway. For those of you that can't tell by our severe lack of height, we are Mrs. White's sons. And I just wanted to say, as a student of hers, I mean, we've all had her. We have another brother who also had her. We kind of understand what the rest of these students mean to her and what she means to the rest of these students. So, just as your son, obviously, and as your former student, I'd just like to say thank you for everything.
Dang it, John. How do I follow that? Yeah, I'm about had I known I was going to speak in front of a bunch of people, I would have dressed a lot better, but it is what it is. Yeah, seriously, how do I follow that? But, yeah, I'm just going to follow what John said. She means, like, the world to me, and I understand. I really don't know. I'm at a loss for words. Like, I'm just so happy for my mother. The end of her career this way. And I know all my friends who took band, they appreciate you so much. And you don't know how much they appreciate you. You're like another mother to them, basically. So thank you for that.
I don't know how I can top what they said, but we're gonna miss you here, and my last 2 years here is gonna be tough without having you and Dad here to help me through everything. Oh my. And I want to say, on behalf of every student right here, thank you for everything you've done this year and all the other years. You have taught us. You are amazing, and personally, I think you should have like an award, like a Grammy Award for best music teacher for 30 plus years. And thank you. I love you, Mom.
I'm not part of the family. My name is Mr. Reinrud. I am the marching band director here at Warren Area High School. I have been working very closely with Marcia for about the last 15 years. I was already on the staff of the marching band when she became the director of the marching band, and I got to learn under her for 4 years and work with her and just experience a new, fresh face of marching band. And then when she left that position and I became the marching band director, she didn't stop working for the marching band. She continued to work, it was just behind the scenes. She has been my partner in crime. She's made sure students have all the resources that they need. She made sure that we had the space that we need. She would let me know when students are in trouble or when they're sick or when something was happening at school that I needed to know about. We've done musicals together and other weird projects. When my phone rings and Mrs. White is on the other end and she begins the conversation with, "Hey buddy, bud," I know that either something really bad has happened or she's gonna ask me to do something really stupid. But beyond all of those things, she has loved students well. And she's wanted them to fall in love with music because she's in love with music. And I've appreciated that so much about her, that in all that she does, even when she didn't need to help the marching band, she was always backing us day and night. So on behalf of Warren Area High School Marching Band, on behalf of the Warren Instrumental Boosters, we wish you all the best in retirement, and we're just so excited for all that you have done in the last 30 years for students.
Hi, I may not be family, but
Miss White has always treated us like her own. There's one day I will always remember, and it's the day that the drummers are, "We don't have our book. Where's our book?" And Miss White, I don't know why, "Cole, come over here. I need you to do something for me." I go over there. She's like, "Hide the drummer book. Don't let them see it. They need to pay for the consequences of leaving it out. Don't let it happen." But then again, like I said, I may not be family. She is family. I don't know who is going to fill her shoes, but it will not happen. No one can fill the shoes of Miss White. She is like a mother to me, I swear. She may not be blood mother, but she damn well feels like a mother to me.
All right. So, I thought I felt that I wanted to say something. Thank you for being an inspiration to all of your students. You have taught us many lessons about not only music, but also life. You have devoted many years to the music program at this high school and at Beatty, and it shows. The passion you have for music and the passion you have for teaching students about music is why it is so successful. Unlike other teachers that students have for 1 or 2 years, you have been our teacher since 5th, 6th, or 7th grade. You have also made every student feel a part of the ensemble. You let us have a say in what we perform for our concerts. You understand we don't play a song perfectly the first or even the last time. We may have tested your patience a few times, but you knew it was worth it in the end. It was worth all the hard work in the end. You've changed the lives of so many with your love for music and helped those who choose to continue with music in their lives. There are so many people who have had you as a teacher, and most of them would say you are one of their favorites. You will be missed by many teachers and students. You have inspired and impacted so many people, not just in the school, but everywhere you have taught and played music. On this sign, it says, "Behind every musician who believes in themselves is a teacher who believed in them first." That is the perfect description of your time here. On behalf of myself, of every student on the stage, and every student who has ever performed on the stage under your direction, we thank you.
I got nothing. I knew it would be emotional, but I don't know what to say. And my husband better write this down on the calendar because I'm speechless. I guess we have to find places for all these flowers. I think our house will now have every flower in Warren County. So, I think it's time for the dragons to fly on the winds of time.